just to be clear, right off the bat, I am well aware that there are both male and female narcissists out in the world, okay? So please, to my brothers, do not take this as a, like, I am a man hater and I'm trying to bash men, because I know there are good men of God out there. Like, I have some amazing brothers in Christ that are, like, truly, you know, walking the walk and just amazing men of God. So I'm not trying to do that. Like, we need both men and women of God to come together right now. And there is such a divide because it is orchestrated by design by the prince of the power of the air, who has just brainwashed society and pit each other against one another, and has conditioned the minds for men to treat women like crap and be absolute dogs, and for women to either be very loose and just begin to act the same way, act like a man and act like a dog, or you have women who, you know, and I've been that woman, of being very naive at how people can just straight up, narcissistic people can just straight up lie. They will just straight up lie. I had a comment today, because I've been very vocal about where I'm at in my journey. I'm going through a divorce and it sucks. It sucks. It's one of the most ugliest things a person can experience, and it's not pretty, but this is where I'm at, and this is my journey, and I'm not toning it down. I'm not suppressing my journey to make it pretty for anyone else so that they can feel comfortable. I am going through my journey, and it is what it is, and I'm speaking out through every season of my life. I try to share and be genuine and just, this is me, and how can I speak and reach to people who are going through similar things that I'm going through at this point of time, so I can encourage them with the same encouragement that God gives me, right? So that in all seasons, God gets the glory, right? Because it's not by my strength or might, that's for sure, nor by my righteousness, that's for sure. It is God and God alone that sustains me. And I share because my heart breaks for all the women, and to connect with all the women that have reached out to me who are going through similar things and suffering in silence and suffering under a religious mindset that says you need to stay in abuse, that says you should stay in a narcissistic, abusive, emotionally toxic relationship at any cost. Who cares if you're losing your mind? Who cares if you're at your wit's end? Who cares if you are distraught and your house is chaotic and the kids are disturbed and you are disturbed? Who cares if he's cheating, if he's addicted, if he's lying, stealing, they're doing all these horrible things to you? Who cares? As long as you look like the perfect Christian family, right? Insanity. It's insanity. So, you know, I speak up for my sisters out there going through it alone. Like, be strong. Put yourself first. Put God first, because God does not want that for you. And again, I go back to, you know, someone made a stupid comment, and this just shows how mentally immature, like, so many people, like, it's a freaking disease out here. This generation needs Jesus and needs to grow up, because someone said, well, you picked him. Okay, yeah, I did pick him. First off, people will gaslight you. These dudes out here, and I'm sure a lot of these females out here, will completely put on, like, they're shapeshifters. They will say a bunch of stuff that they don't actually mean. They will present themselves as someone they are not, and you won't see it coming. And you won't know what you just signed up for, because these people are narcissistic. They're mentally ill. And you're not hardwired that way. So yeah, nobody told us, like, nobody told me this. Nobody told me about gaslighting. Nobody told me about narcissists. Nobody told me about love bombing. Like, this is all stuff me as a little naive girl had to figure out the hard way. And it sucks. And regardless, just because I picked my ex, who I saw the power of God move through, I saw him cast out demons out of a house, I saw him teach my daughter to cast a demon off of her that was grabbing her by the arm and causing her to cry. I saw the power of God move through him, because God is so gracious. And he will move on the faith of people, even in their disobedience. And yes, when I picked my ex-husband, I was a baby Christian. He's the reason I started reading the Bible, because he knew the Bible. I saw the power of God move through him. But I didn't know that there were all these skeletons in his closet. And he said a bunch of things. I just thought he was just, the love of my life forever and ever. Would never do the things that he did. And it took me a lot to realize, to come to terms that someone can tell you all these beautiful things, all these beautiful lies, and be completely living a total other reality in secret. But nonetheless, that does not excuse someone's behavior. Just because I picked him and I picked wrong, because these people out here are faking the funk and just, I don't even know how you can be that fake. Like, I can't. Which is why I just put myself out here for what I am. Take it or leave it. I don't care, but I can't be fake like that. I can't sit there and tell somebody I love you so much and I will never, cheat on you, or, be preaching and then, anyways, regardless of if I picked my ex, yes, I did pick him, and I had to learn a lot of lessons, and God was at work in all that. I learned, I've grown so much. I got born again. I got on fire for God. I've overcome. I'm a spiritual warrior. I learned so much spiritual warfare through this marriage. And now I'm moving on to better things. And yes, I picked him, but that does not give anyone the excuse to be a narcissistic, parasite, horrible person. So if you're going through something that is not good for you, get out. Get out. God has better for you. Get out.